But I see you going on a song with like Summer Walker the next moment, you know? Like I think you could full on go R&B. Have you like ever thought about that before?
Try like a viper, I really got snipers. They up in the cut and they hit shit for me. Up that till no, I'm not back. This right here gon' solve your problems.
And here, who am I with?
SoFaygo.
SoFaygo.
Go.
I have it.
I can still see you haters with two blind eyes. I'm rising to the top, what they ain't realized. Walk in the spot, I'ma pipe that shit up. I know who's there at the door right now.
Andre Dontrell Burt Jr., aka SoFaygo, was born and raised on October 3rd, 2001. Damn, I'm getting old, bro. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, but was raised in Atlanta since he was 2.
Atlanta, Georgia. I was actually originally born in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, really? Are you still living there, or?
No, I moved to Atlanta
for real. Okay.
when I was like 2.
When Complex asked him, what's the first thing you want people to know about you? He said, I'm a kid at heart. That's really what I want my listeners to pick up from me. I'm really a kid at heart. I like to have fun with my music. I like to get creative. He said he was in the 4th grade when he made his first song in the basement of his cousin's house. And he also said he wanted to be a dancer before anything. He remembers signing up online for auditions and stuff to be on dancer shows, but according to him, he was mad young and didn't really know what he was doing. He knew his dream was music though, and he knew he wasn't going to college. That boy said, when asked about how he got his name, he said it was actually after the drink Faygo.
Is your name after the drink Faygo?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I used to drink Faygos when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They've been around for long. How did you come up with that?
I was high in my room, and I was just drinking a Faygo, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. SoFaygo.
SoFaygo.
I snapped.
When asked about who his influences are, he said Drake, Wayne, Uzi, Cardi, Chief Keef, and especially Chris Brown.
Shit, like old R&B artists. I mean, I used to listen to Chris Brown like heavy as fuck, like since I was like really little, bro. Like I think I've told everybody that, you know what I'm saying? It's
funny because I was in the car the other day with my girl and we were listening to the song Solid by Yachty and Faygo.
Niggas switching up, but that ain't what we on.
Which is a fire track, by the way, one of my favorites of the year. And after hearing his verse, she was like, damn, he kind of sounds like Chris Brown here. Like, if you didn't tell me it was Faygo, I would have thought it was Chris Brown.
Yo, hoe taking shots, she like the pull up, yeah. Push it to the side, cause she choosing sides.
And it's crazy because if you go to the YouTube comments of this song, look what the top comment says. I def hear the Chris Brown influence in SoFaygo's voice. So much range in his vocals. Dude is talented. That's crazy, my girl was right. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and say I've been a diehard fan since day one, cause I wasn't. I didn't really listen to him till the summer of this year. And when I went to Trippie Redd's Trip at Night tour back in September, SoFaygo opened up for him. And I probably only knew like 1 or 2 songs. And after his performance, bruh, the crowd was going stupid, fam. Crazy mosh pits. I'm like, yo, he is lit. These songs are fire.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Woo! Let's go!
The crazy thing is, I didn't even know that boy signed to Travis Scott around April of 2021. But let's go back a little bit. Hold on. He was making songs for a while before dropping his first project. He even has 2 EPs that came out in 2018, Goonland and We Are Aliens.
Yeah, run up with your shit today.
So what was his first, like mixtape? It was titled War, and at the time, he only had around 10,000 followers on Instagram. Released on SoundCloud on June 29th, 2019, with some bangers like Can't Be, Jug, and Clutch. Soon after that, he began gaining a local fan base. This popularity led to him being discovered by Taz Taylor, the founder of the record label Internet Money. Internet Money, bitch! Who offered to sign who offered to sign him to a label where Faygo would travel to LA to consider the offer but eventually declined. He also dropped 2 EPs in 2019 called Delineation and Hostility.
So you know this, I bet you know this. That little Faygo, he do not fuck with none, he out shit. I post a pic on IG, make a little freak out masturbate. Now bro, you wouldn't last today.
Around this time, he would get cool with Lil Tecca, who he would first meet through FaceTime, and got cool ever since. This collab of the two led to him dropping his second mixtape, Angelic 7, in January of 2020, all produced by Lil Tecca. Which actually included one of his breakthrough hits, Knock Knock. But it didn't really gain any steam until it started picking up later in the year on TikTok. He ended up dropping another mixtape later in the year called After Me, which included 2 songs that have millions of views all over YouTube and streaming, with Off the Map and Every Day.
It ain't nothing, get this scalp push back, yeah, back. Trapped in the box, feel like I can't breathe.
I gotta talk about SoFaygo's manager real quick though, Lamar Joswal, I think you pronounce it like that, who was in college in 2019 doing 7 classes and working a full-time job at Barney's, New York. He was burning himself out but always loved music. He ended up meeting someone named Avery Landau, who was a manager for a New York artist, Pasto Flaco. That Avery guy was working at Atlantic Records, so Lamar ended up quitting Barney's and about a week later ended up getting an internship at Atlantic Records. He learned a ton about data research, structuring deals, etc. And fast forward to fall of 2019, he started doing A&R work for Alamo Records. That went until the summer of 2020. That was around the time he met SoFaygo. He met him through his mentor Avery, who was managing Pasto Flaco, who had a lot of music with Faygo.
Sometimes you gotta get out. It's the only way to get the point across.
Lamar knew he had to work with SoFaygo because he actually reminded him of Chris Brown. That's crazy, right? Faygo was actually staying 2 blocks away from him in New York during this time in 2020. Pasto Flaco picked Lamar up and ended up going to the studio together with SoFaygo. By the end of the week, Faygo asked Lamar to manage him. He helped manage him a lot for the After Me project. His intent was to move him from SoundCloud to the mainstream. He cleaned up his social media, made it look more presentable, all the things he learned from Avery and that internship he had. Pretty inspiring stuff. I think it's fair to say that Faygo didn't really quote-unquote blow up until the music video of Off the Map. It started doing crazy numbers, which eventually led to Cole Bennett doing a music video for the song Knock Knock in May of 2021.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm SoFaygo, and we're behind the scenes for the Knock Knock video. I'm about to get dressed and we're about to go crazy.
I like the Off the Map video a lot too. This shit was hard. I like when your fit with the skeleton and then the 3D with it, when it was like transition out of it. This shit was fire.
It's currently at around 40 million views on YouTube, bro. And then for Trippie Redd to put him on his album Trip at Night was huge for him. That definitely gave him a ton of exposure, and not only that, but to put him on tour with him, bro, that's gas. I'm sure that made his followers go way up. And speaking of followers, he's currently almost at 700,000, so I think it's safe to say he's definitely next up. Personally, I think he's very dope. Him, along with other new up-and-coming rappers out of this new SoundCloud scene, is probably the most exciting and fresh sound since like 2016, really. SoFaygo specifically though has a ton of potential, and I'm curious to see where he takes it. We still waiting on his debut album. I think it's gonna be called Pink Hearts, so we'll see how crazy that shit goes. Let's get it.